Hey guys, come on up. All right. Minjay, come help me. Come on. Come help me. Okay, you guys, I spent 2 weeks in Cuba in the beginning of January. Does anyone know where Cuba is? By Florida, because you were at the first service. Yes, Katie? Kind of, yeah. So you go to Florida, and you go to the very, very, very tip of Florida, and then you go 90 more miles, and there's an island called Cuba. It took me all day to get there. Yes, it was an all day of flying. And I went for school, because I'm studying to be a pastor, and so we went to go learn about a different culture. Now, there's a couple things you need to know if you ever go to Cuba, all right? The first is you need to be able to speak Spanish. Does anyone speak Spanish? Okay, so let's see, Charlotte, let's see. How do you say hello? Anyone know hello in Spanish? Hola. So let's try it. Say hola. Hola. And you got to say it like that sing-songy. Hola. Okay, good. Do you know how to say thank you? Gracias. 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 And you see the R's? You got to kind of roll them. I'm not very good at rolling my R's. Gracias. Yeah. How do you say chocolate? Chocolate. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Then you got to know the other important thing you have to know how to say is where is the bathroom? You need to know how to say where is the bathroom. All right? So, does anyone know how to say that? Okay, I'm going to teach you. Ready? Say, ¿Dónde está el baño? Right, let's put it together. ¿Dónde está el baño? Good. And if you're down there, they speak Spanish super, super fast. So you got to say it super fast. ¿Dónde está el baño? Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. The other thing you have to know, one of the other things is you have to know how to dance because they dance to everything. So go ahead, stand up. This will help get some of our wiggles out. Ready? So they do a dance called the salsa. And this is how it goes. Ready? It goes foot, 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 foot. Okay, everyone do that. Forward, forward, back, back. Okay. So that's okay. Because and now your hands have to go like a bike, like you're bicycling. So go like this with your hands. Okay. And then you got to put it together. So that was actually not too bad. Ready? So go foot, foot, back, back. Foot, foot, back, back. Okay, now you're going to do it and you got to wag your fanny. It's part of the dance. Okay, ready? Set, go. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Good job. All right, grab a seat. Grab a seat. So it's part of it, Charlotte. You got to wag your fanny. All right. The other thing is when you go to Cuba, you have to like to eat rice. Does anyone like rice? Does anyone like beans? Now, not fried beans like you put in a taco, but beans like black beans. Okay, I ate beans and rice 2 meals a day for 11 days. You eat a lot of rice and beans. And then if you're like me, you come back to America and you eat a big fat burger and then you're sick for a week. Don't do that. Lots of rice and beans. Now, I brought a snack for you all to try. If you have food allergies, then we need to talk before you try some, okay? These are called plantain chips. Now, who likes potato chips? Who's going to eat potato chips when the Lions win tonight? Right? All right. These are, potato chips are made out of potatoes. Plantain chips are made out of plantains. Plantains look like bananas. You are absolutely right, Katie. They look like bananas, but they're not bananas. They're ever so slightly different, and they grow in tropical areas like Cuba. And they take them and they make chips. Okay, if you would like to try one, hold out your hand, and I will pass them out, okay? All right. No, it's literally plantains and palm oil. And I know most of you, so I know that there's no food allergies. Can you try one? Okay. Let me get you some more, Henry. Amazing. Here you go, John. Give you a couple because they're broken. All right? They're amazing? Okay, good. Do you want to try one? You think so? So I don't like banana chips, but these were incredible. You got some? Do you want to try one? No, not brave. Okay. On the count of 3, say what you think. Ready? 1, 2, 3. They were okay. They taste like potato chips, kind of. Yeah. Gluten-free, if anyone's looking for gluten-free. Buy these off Amazon. Don't go to Meijer's. I bought the Meijer's brand. I spit them out. They were gross. Buy these original ones that a man from Cuba actually made, okay? It's very important. Now, the other thing you need to know about living in Cuba is that they live with lots and lots of people shoved into tiny, tiny houses, and many generations. So what that means is that there's kids, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, cousins, maybe great-grandparents, all shoved into one house. Okay, how many of you live with 2 other people? Raise your hand. How many of you live with 3 other people? 4 other people? 5 other people? 6 other people? Anyone else live with like 7 or more people all in your house? No. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? There was an apartment across the street from the church that I worked at that had 10 people in this one tiny little apartment. They had 1 bathroom, 1 bedroom, and 1 living room, and 10 people sleeping in there. Because in Cuba, the people are very, very, very poor. So you all live together in one spot. How many of you think that that would be fun? Yeah, how many of you think that would be fun? No, it would be really challenging, wouldn't it? Family relationships like that are super challenging, aren't they? And if you're all shoved together, do you think that would make your relationships better or worse? It would depend how you deal with it, doesn't it? It's very challenging to live with family and to deal with family issues. And in Cuba, they have to figure it out. But one of the things with the people I worked with in Cuba is that they love Jesus. They are so on fire for God that it changed my life. It was amazing. And that's what helps them get through those tough family relationships, is that they look to God and they look to how God says to handle those tough relationships. We're supposed to do the same thing. We're supposed to look to God on how to handle our tough family relationships. And sometimes we have really tough relationships, don't we, within our family. Today, Pastor Amy's going to talk a little bit about how to handle those tough family relationships. And when you listen to her, I want you to think about the people in Cuba and how they look to Jesus and how we're supposed to look to Jesus too. Let's close in prayer. I'll say a line, you say a line, all right? Dear God, thank you for our family, even when they make us nuts. Help us to look to you to have the best family relationships. Amen. Thank you, guys. You can go back to your seat. And for those who missed my Cuba presentation previous to this, I am going to post it on YouTube, and I'll share the link through some of our social media stuff. And I'm also speaking not tomorrow, but the following Monday night at the women's group. But everybody's welcome. You don't have to be a woman. And that will be more of a cultural presentation versus the religious one that was today. So thank you very much. And if you want the plantains, order them from Amazon.